look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Amen Thompson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at the center. They grab their own miss. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now, here's Bane. Jackson finds Bane. Here's Wells. And the 3 off target. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here are the Rockets now. Grizzlies making the shot. From deep, Brooks. Edey with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. From past the arc. Rockets with the rebound. Last time they met in Houston.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
Good on the triple.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Pass to Green. Puts it up. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Van Vliet against Morant. Jackson kicks to Bane. Takes the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, obviously, Bane has the range for this shot. He's not put off by shooting from the corner.
Pass to Green. Over Bane. And it's Green. Missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And here's Morant. Clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And that one misses. You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Take a look at the Rockets. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, the Grizzlies, sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And for the Grizzlies, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Personal foul. Second team.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone. Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's VanVleet. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And expect smart plays like that from VanVleet. He is a clever floor general who knows how to create.
Here's Edey. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Green. Out to the right wing. And here is Şengün. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Fred VanVleet on top.
And he's been doing everything you want from that position, getting everyone involved, making sure the defense has to worry about all five guys on the court.
Now here's Morant. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Bane with the bucket.
How about Desmond Bane, among the most accurate shooters in the world?
Outside Green. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Jackson. Yep, that one goes in there. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Just too much, Jaren Jackson Jr., a physical big.
13 feet away, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Jackson kicks to Wells. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Thompson. Getting around 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it. I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Wells kicks to Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Left side Jackson. The kick out to Bane. A miss that time would have put him up.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Thompson with the bucket. 7 points in the game.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Rockets also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Cam Whitmore comes in for Thompson. And it's Jayshawn Tate in for Dylan Brooks.
Who's watching here?
Pippen finds Kennard. Memphis moving that ball around. Shot clock at 6. Huff passes to LaRavia. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Adams. Shoots from the right block. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Free throw good, Whitmore. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And again, Memphis no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low, pass to Holiday. Here's Adams. Tate with the ball. Into the lane. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pippen a screen on Tate. Here's Aldama. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Now, Whitmore. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. Here's Tate. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And free throw good from Tate. So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Laravia, that falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Adams' shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now, here's Kennard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, this is what they pay Kennard to do. He's led the league in three-point percentage multiple times.
Holiday with the three. It's hauled in by Huff.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. Kennard for three. Rockets with the rebound. Outside Holiday. Pass to Adams. And it's Holiday at the elbow. Green finds Holiday. Shoots over Pippen, and it's Houston with another.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Here's Laravia. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Dallas. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Laravia's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Grizzlies. And so it's Houston, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Ja Morant, he's out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Laravia in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Inside and stolen by Şengün. Here's Green, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Morant passes to Kennard. Now here's Jackson. The layup missed.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wasted no time on that one. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And you can tell Green is a competitive player, willing to put in the sweat to find looks.
Pass to Laravia. Out to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Brooks. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Morant. Down by 15. Pass to Kennard. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Here's Thompson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And so Thompson nails both of them. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Outside, Bain. Jackson has the open look. And again, Memphis no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Van Vliet sets the pick for Brooks. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Şengün.
With all that length, Jackson Jr. can contest and bother shooters whenever they're within 10 feet of him.
Check it out. Check it out.
Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Green. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Wells. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League, an assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
On your feet, fans, here they come. Your Grizzlies.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Fifth best, the Rockets.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Jackson dishes to Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Wells. Just 5 on the clock. Clark sets a screen for Bain. Basket good. Bain's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you love a reliable scorer like Bain, a guy who will work hard to get his looks.
Now, here's Şengün. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Morant passes to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to Şengün. Now Brooks over Wells. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Şengün. Brooks has got 6 points.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
Jackson misses.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor. Well, his percentage keeps going up. He's adapted to what the defense is showing him.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing with 20 points. Wells wide open. Traps in the tray. He's got 8.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
Out to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. Shoots over Wells. Brooks can't get that one to fall. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Knocked away. Outside Jackson. Shot from the wing. And it's Morant missing. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. Here's Brooks. And the rejection by Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Edey comes in for Brandon Clark. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Cam Whitmore comes in for Amen Thompson. Tate, he's checked in for Brooks. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Jalen Green.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Here's Tate. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Laravia's checked in. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Here's Edey following the score by Houston. And it's Laravia missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Grizzlies, number 10, Luke Kennard.
And so it's Houston with it, leading by 12. To the inside, here's Adams. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edie's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Laravia. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Laravia's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Memphis. Here's Tate, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Looking now at some numbers for Kennard. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
The first one falls.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. And both free throws good for Tate.
And give them credit for the work they've done at the line. Nothing new. They're always impressive in terms of free throw shooting, but still worth mentioning.
Here's Laravia. No good from outside. Rockets leading by 11. Van Vliet passes to Tate. Shoots over Pippen, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Tate's only got 13.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And it's Laravia missing. Rockets shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. Holiday with the 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Laravia. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Some nice passing there by Memphis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Edie gets the bucket.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's Houston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll return shortly.
They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra biggin'?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Losing the rebounding battle, it's easy to lose control of the game. Fortunately for them, they have another half to go.
Yeah, now they can lose by twice as much.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Rockets leading by 13. Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard position, Van Fleet and Green. Dylan Brooks out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brooks against Jackson, and it's Brooks that time on the assist from Van Fleet.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Houston. Van Vliet with it. Thompson outside. Pass to Green. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Morant kicks to Jackson. Wells passes to Jackson. The kick out to Bain. There's the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And that's now 10 points for Desmond Bain. And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Absolutely.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
And both free throws good for Green. We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Van Vliet finds Şengün. The 3 hits the three-point bomb.
Timeout.
Şengün's got 5 points in the quarter.
Work in progress for the big man. When Şengün is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And you saw the best move. Let's go.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The Rockets, #1. Second, the Grizzlies.
And you know, anytime you get these two teams together, it's going to be physical. Both of them really go after it on the backboards.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Wells. And another miss by Memphis.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Thompson finds Van Vliet. Over Morant. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Van Vliet's got his third basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Brooks misses. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Edey. His three-pointer's off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Van Vliet kicks to Brooks. That's tipped. Now here's Wells. Not a lot of room. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wells has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Şengün finds Thompson. 11 feet away, and Brooks gets it on the assist by Thompson. And the Rockets lead by 18.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. Şengün covering. Here's Wells. Off target from outside. Rockets leading by 18. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. To the left side wing. Now, here's Şengün. Defense is right there. Wells grabs the miss. Grizzlies have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Morant, and it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The three from Morant. Hits it from three-point range.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Some nice passing there by Houston. Brooks with no one around. Another miss by Houston. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant passes to Jackson. Misses from short range. Here's Green, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
Pass to Edey. Wells in the corner. Morant with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Houston leading by 17. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Bane. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. Jay Shante comes in for Brooks. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Tate. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's LaRavia. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LaRavia's got 19 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Clark. Here's LaRavia. Whitmore defending and stolen by Thompson. Whitmore finds Van Vliet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. Adams, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Pippen kicks to Clark. Pass to LaRavia. Kennard with the ball. Clark a screen on Thompson. Kennard's shot is off. Thompson outside. Tate with the ball. A floater, and it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Tate. 15 points in the game.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Thompson finds Van Vliet. Good work there as it goes. Van Vliet's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
It's Pippen with the drive. 3 on the clock. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Van Vliet passes to Adams. Over Clark. And Adams gets it to go down on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight. Pass to LaRavia. And again, unable to change momentum here. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Here's Tate. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Dillon Brooks.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And Memphis making a change here. Huff's jacked in.
And that's his fourth. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Adams trying to free himself up. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 15.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Pass to Eldama. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 4 assists now tonight. And here is Tate. Shoots over Aldama. Tate, no good.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
The Grizzlies had made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Şengün's checked in for Houston. And that one misses. Rockets leading by 21. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Whitmore finds Thompson. Buries it from about 10 feet away. He's got 17.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
And that one's good, LaRavia. And so it's Houston controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Jackson. Kennard is out there with John Morant. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Bain in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
It's been all Van Vliet tonight, and one of the best undrafted players in league history.
Switch.
Pass to Bain. Over Brooks. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. Trying to find Brooks. He's got it now. The fadeaway. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one. Bain, the bounce pass. Aldama can't hit.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Brooks misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Bain passes to Morant. Now Eldama. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
They double-team Şengün. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for John Morant. And some nice passing there by Houston. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Clark finds Aldama. Fires from deep. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Off the left rim and out. Clark, the pass to Kennard. Aldama with the ball. Jackson looking it over. Clark kicks to Kennard. Cranes the three-pointer.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Şengün with a screen on Bain. They get it back. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis. Well, you talk about Luke Kennard. He shot 49% for a season from beyond the arc. Led the league in three-point percentage back-to-back years. Kennard is so valuable.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Aldama passes to Kennard. The Grizzlies with another miss. Houston's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Back to Green. Takes a 3. The Rockets with a new 14. And Şengün throws it down.
Not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
Kennard, the pass to Aldama. Here's Clark. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Right, Van Vliet picks one up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Clark dishes to Jackson. Clark goes screen on Thompson. There's Jackson with the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Şengün with a screen on Bain. Brooks misses. The Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Bain kicks to Jackson. There's a screen by Aldama. Bain for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. To the middle. Bain against Brooks. Houston needs to get a shot off. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Clark sets a screen for Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
The Grizzlies shooting 43% from the field. Tipped away. Pass to Eldama. Kennard for three. And the three ball is good.
That gives him his second three of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Brooks. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Arabia's checked in, and Wells is subbed in for Kennard. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster. So all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Alperen Şengün taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Şengün hits them both. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against San Antonio, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. All the officials are all over that one.
At the line for 2, Arabia.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
And the shot goes down. Brooks has got 16 here in the second half.
And definitely a streak shooter. When Brooks is hot, he can carry the offense.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
At the line from
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw off from Jackson.
Well, you talk about a guy who could start for any team in the league. That's what Jaren Jackson is all about.
Here's Brooks. And it's Laravia with the rebound. Here's Wells. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
At the line from
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now
One shot.
building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And Wells, no good on that one. Rockets leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Şengün.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Here's Brooks. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
his third personal foul.
Yeah, they suck the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
There's Jackson with the three.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thompson outside. Great D that time from Bain. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Dillon Brooks.